Hello, my dear friends. My name is Arshia, and today we will start with The Merchant of Venice, Act 1, Scene 1. So, this scene opens up in a melancholic atmosphere. What is the meaning of melancholic? Melancholic मतलब कि एक sad, ठीक है, एक सहमा हुआ सा atmosphere, because Antonio, who is the protagonist or the hero of the story, he is sad. So enter Antonio, Salarino, and Salanio. They enter in a street in Venice. Antonio: in sooth, I know not why I am so sad. It wearies me, you say it wearies you. अब एंटोनियो जो है वो कह रहा है इन सूथ मतलब कि ऑनेस्टली. सो एंटोनियो इज सेइंग दैट ऑनेस्टली ही डजंट नो दैट व्हाई ही इज सैड. ही इज अनअवेयर ऑफ हिज सैडनेस. It varies me. Varies means makes me tired. So Antonio is saying कि मेरी ये जो sadness है, I am getting tired of it. And he is telling to his friends that you are saying that you are getting tired of it. क्योंकि मैं तो इससे परेशान ही हूँ, तुम लोग भी इससे परेशान हो रहे हो. But how I caught it, found it, or came by it? What stuff it is made of? Whereof it is born, I am to learn. Antonio is saying, मेरी sadness, how I got this sadness, why I am so sad. I am not able to figure out the reason of my sadness. Okay, caught it means acquired it or found it. Okay, what stuff it's made of means what my sadness consists. मैं क्यों दुखी हूँ, इसका रीज़न क्या है. I am to learn. I really want to know. Even I don't know why I am so sad. And such a want which sadness makes of me, that I have much ado to know myself. Ado means trouble. So Antonio is saying that want with sadness मतलब कि this sadness is making me so dull. ये sadness मुझे इतना dull और absent minded बना रही है that now I'm having trouble to even recognize myself. मैं खुद को पहचान ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ. I'm so upset. Okay. Salarino: your mind is tossing on the ocean. There were your argosies with portly sail. So Salarino, he suggests a reason, a probable reason for his sadness, saying that your mind is busy on the ocean, thinking about the ocean. Why? Because Antonio is a rich merchant of Venice and he has his business in the ocean, in the seas, with his large merchant ships. So Salarino is saying that you are probably thinking about your ships. आप अपने business के बारे में सोच रहे हो. That is why you are sad. Okay, there were your argosies. What is argosies? Argosies means large merchant ships. Okay, with portly sail. They sail there. Okay, जो oceans में जो है वहाँ पे जो आपका business invested है. Like seigneurs and rich burghers on the flood, or as it were the peasants of the sea, do overpeer the petty traffickers, that courtesy to them, do them reverence, as they fly by them with their woven wings. So he's saying that your ships are like seigneurs. Seigneurs are means gentlemen. Okay, बहुत बड़े बड़े rich citizens or burghers on the sea. Burghers means those rich citizens, gentlemen on the sea. Just like you have seen that when a gentleman or a rich person passes, the poor, they follow them or they pretend to follow them. In that culture that used to happen. Nowadays it's not prevalent, but उस समय में ऐसा हुआ करता था. आप देखते हैं, the one who has more power, the lower people, they follow that. So he's saying that your ships, he's comparing the ships to those rich people, to those gentlemen, to those seigneurs who are on the flood, on the sea, or they are like the peasants of the sea. Peasants means the decorated carts on the sea. Okay, the decorated cards do overpeer, they overlook. Okay, जो जैसे कहते हैं नीचे एक भाव में देखना कि कोई आपके सबऑर्डिनेट है तो ओवरलुक करना. So they overlook the petty traffickers. The petty traffickers means the small commercial boats, okay, on the sea, that courtesy to them. So those petty traffickers, they bow them. Okay, they bow to the rich ships or the large merchant ships of Antonio, courtesy to them. Okay, give them regard, do them reverence, give them respect as they fly by them with their woven wings. So his ships are compared to birds. You know, they have given this quality of wings because they are so big, they are so filled with grandeur that when they pass, it looks as if they are flying with such speed and grace, right? Salanio: believe me, sir, had I such venture forth, the better part of my affections would be with my hopes abroad. So Salanio is saying that, believe me, sir, अगर मेरा ऐसे सब बिजनेस बाहर इन्वेस्टेड होता इन द सीज एंड ऑल, द बेटर पार्ट, द सेंटर ऑफ माई अट्रैक्शन, सेंटर ऑफ माई अट्रैक्शन ऑफ थॉट्स, और मेरे दिमाग में मेजरली मेरी टेंशन उसी चीज़ के लिए रहती, ठीक है. आई वुड बी टेंस्ड अबाउट माई बिजनेस ओनली. I should be still plucking the grass to know where sits the wind, peering in the maps for ports and piers and roads, and every object that might make me fear misfortune to my ventures out of doubt would make me sad. So he's saying, Salanio is saying that I would be plucking the grass. क्या होता है, जैसे घास का तिनका तोड़ा और उसको हाथ में रखा और विंड की वजह से वो जिस डायरेक्शन में ब्लो करेगा तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि ओके विंड ऐसे चल रही है ना. सो इसे कि मैं तो दिन भर यही काम करता रहता कि घास ऐसे निकालता. आई वुड बी प्लकिंग द ग्रास टू नो द डायरेक्शन ऑफ विंड. व्हाई? In order to figure out that what's the direction of wind on the ocean that would impact his ships. So he's saying I would be peering. Peering means I would be looking deeply into the maps for the best ports, best harbors, best piers, okay, where my ships can wait. Or now, and every object that might make me fear misfortune means, and every object that would remind me of any mishappening or misfortune to my ships. कोई भी चीज़ जिसको देख के मुझे अपनी ships की याद आती है वो मुझे sad बना देगी. Out of doubt it would make me sad. So I think you are also sad because of that. Salarino, my wind cooling my broth would blow me to an ague when I thought what harm a wind too great at sea might do. So my wind कूलिंग माई ब्रोथ. ब्रोथ मीन्स सूप. सो जब भी मैं फूक मार के जैसे अपने सूप को ठंडा करूंगा या ब्लो विंड टू कूल माई सूप, आई वुड बी रिमाइंडेड ऑफ द हार्श विंड्स ऑन द ओशन एंड व्हाट हार्म those winds, those thunderstorms could do to my ships, right? I should not see the sandy hourglass run, but I should think of shallows and of flats, and see my wealthy Andrew docked in the sand, wailing her high top lower than her ribs to kiss her burial. So he's saying, I should not see the hourglass. Hourglass is like a vessel, okay, in which one part is filled with sand, and the sand passes in a certain interval of time into the other part. देखा होगा आपने hourglass. तो hourglass में क्या सीन होता है कि आपको टाइम का पता चल जाता है. तो ही इज सेइंग दैट व्हेनेवर आई वुड सी द hourglass, मुझे उससे क्या याद आएगी? बाय सीइंग द सैंड इन दिस, आई वुड बी रिमाइंडेड ऑफ द शोर्स ऑफ द सी. And I would think, I would be brought up to that thought that how my ships would be wrecked, would be caught up in that sand, okay. कैसे मेरी ships, and wailing her high top lower than her ribs means that मेरी ship जो है वो इस तरीके से उलट पलट हो जाना, मतलब उलट चुकी है कि उसका जो ऊपर वाला पार्ट है वो बिल्कुल नीचे ज़मीन पे आ चुका है और उसकी जो अपर पोर्शन है, ओके, इट इज़ लोअर देन इट्स रिब्स. रिब्स मीन्स साइड्स ऑफ द शिप. उल्टी पलट गई है शिप, है ना. एज इफ इट्स ट्राइंग टू किस हर बरियल. सो इट्स कंपेरिजन इज डन, एज इफ मेरी शिप इज ट्राइंग टू किस हर बरियल. बरियल इज वॉट द सैंड एट विच इट इज बीइंग wrecked. सो ये चीज, दिस इज वॉट दे आर ट्राइंग टू शो, काइंड ऑफ इमेजरी. So should I go to church and see the holy edifice of stone, and not bethink me straight of dangerous rocks, which touching but my gently vessel's side would scatter all her spices on the stream, right? So he's saying that if I go to the church and see the holy building of the church that is made of stones, what would I would be straight away reminded of the rocks जो कि समुंदर में होती हैं, जो रॉक्स होती हैं बड़ी बड़ी, और कैसे वो मेरी शिप से टकरा सकती हैं. हाउ दे कैन हिट माई शिप्स, and get it shattered into pieces, right? Scatter all her spices on the stream means all those goods and spices on my ship, they would be scattered, floating on the water, right? Now he's saying vessel side. Vessel means ship, right? Enrobe the roaring waters with my silk, and in a word, but even now worth this and now worth nothing. So he's saying that those goods will enrobe means cover. एक चद्दर सी बिछा देंगे उस समुंदर पे, एक पानी पे, मेरे goods जो हैं, as if जैसे एक सिल्क का कपड़ा जो है वो कवर कर देता है किसी चीज़ को, तो एक सिल्क काइंड की चादर जो है वो बिछ जाएगी मेरे सिल्क फैब्रिक्स, मेरे goods की वजह से, right? And in a word, now he's trying to say that अब आप देखो कि एक पल में if my business is safe, then I have everything, right? And at the other moment, if there is even a bit of harm to my business, then I have nothing. So at a moment I have everything, and at the other moment, if there is any misfortune to my business, I have nothing. He's saying, shall I have the thought to think on this? And shall I lack the thought that such a thing becanst would make me sad? So he's saying that shall I have the thought, like if I have this thought, okay, or should I lack this thought? Means in a moment I have everything and in a moment I have nothing. Okay, so such a thing becanst would make me sad means the happening of such a thing, it would obviously make me sad. The happening of such a misfortunate means unlucky thing, okay, it would obviously make me sad, right? So but tell me, I know Antonio is sad to think upon his merchandise. So he's saying that believe me or not, but I'm sure that Antonio is sad because he's worried about his business. Thank you. Let's continue the other part in the next video.